Service is a lifelong commitment and dedication to helping others achieve results that matter to them. This perspective is what shapes our success outcome philosophy at Reliance Infosystems. As an organization, innovation and customer excellence are our heartbeats. That is why we come up with new methods, ideas, products, and solutions to meet our customers' needs while initiating and sustaining a symbiotic relationship with them. We aim to deliver exceptional services that surpass our customers' expectations. To achieve this, we see ourselves as partners or co-owners of their business. This way, we are better able to support our customers until they achieve their desired outcomes. We listen, understand, and ensure that we address our customers' pain points, knowing that our success is measured by the quantum of progress that we have been able to help them achieve. We are ready to also provide your organization with aligned innovations and guidance till success is attained. Reliance Infosystems. Reinventing the world. Remote and hybrid work conditions have prompted the need for a smarter means of communication, as utilizing traditional phone lines only slows down operations. Microsoft Teams phone system serves as a modernized replacement, providing all components in your on-premises phone system with added features to boost communication and collaboration for businesses operating in a digitally enabled world. Here's how Microsoft Teams Phone can help your business. Improve employee productivity. Effective communication is a key driver of productive work. Teams Phone provides an all-in-one collaborative interface for conversations, meetings, chats, and task management. Contact center integration. Organization can easily integrate contact center with Teams to simplify customer engagement workflows and enable speedy, memorable interactions. Attendance capability. With Microsoft Teams, businesses do not need to invest extra cost for time and attendance tracking. Quality voice service. Get secure, reliable, and rich calling on Microsoft Teams. Start calls and connect faster with employees and external members. Empower your team to quickly collaborate and connect with Microsoft Teams. Contact us via engage@reliance.system to get started. The resources invested in debugging and conducting routine maintenance does not only slow down development, but also increases IT spend. Businesses must now discover new ways to address inflexibilities, manage overhead cost, and speed up timelines for apps development. Azure Kubernetes proffers the best solution to these challenges, as it minimizes the need for infrastructural maintenance by enabling automated upgrades, patching, and self-healing on a single platform. Azure Kubernetes is an open-source orchestration service for deploying, managing, and scaling your application development process. Azure Kubernetes helps your business efficiently manage resources. Azure Kubernetes is a fully flexible system that requires you to use only the resources you need for your workloads, allowing administrators to cut off unnecessary costs and focus on what truly matters. Deploy and develop apps faster. Developers can focus on what truly matters and quickly deploy applications, as Azure Kubernetes drastically reduces time wasted on debugging and upgrades, patching, and maintenance. Integrate and scale quickly. Azure Kubernetes drives business agility by providing continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous deployment, and DevOps capabilities. Ensure protection against insider risks. Over 60% of security breaches are caused by insiders. Businesses on Azure Kubernetes can develop and deploy apps with peace of mind, leveraging the functionality on Azure Active Directory for identity management. Scale rapidly and securely with Azure Kubernetes. Connect with our experts here at Reliance Infosystems to migrate to Azure Kubernetes services.
As more disruptions and emerging technologies continue to champion productive work, The need to extend remote work infrastructure while keeping operating expenses low has become critical to businesses. With Azure Virtual Desktop, organizations can quickly deploy desktops and applications to employees on any device and in any location while saving extra costs on licensing. Azure Virtual Desktop delivers secured and scalable experiences for remote workforce by providing Windows 11 desktop and applications. Provide the best collaborative and productive experiences for your team with the only modern desktop solution fully optimized for Windows 11 and Microsoft 365. Access built-in security capabilities. Built on the same security as Azure, Azure Virtual Desktop provides you with all the benefits of identity management, backup, database security, and more. Save cost on licensing. Azure Virtual Desktop does not require additional costs for licensing. Save costs on infrastructure by using your existing eligible Microsoft 365 or Windows per user license. Deploy and scale in minutes. Deploy applications and manage infrastructure seamlessly. Azure Virtual Desktop empowers you to quickly scale based on changing business needs. Connect with our experts at Reliance Infosystems to get started on Azure Virtual Desktop.
Azure Synapse Analytics is a user-friendly analytics service with unlimited scale that unifies data integration, security, enterprise data warehousing, big data analytics and data monitoring, within a single platform, simplifying data management. It takes data analytics to the next level by integrating with Microsoft Power BI and machine learning, to offer rich analytical and reporting capabilities, by providing end-to-end visibility across your data warehouses, and applying machine learning to all your intelligent applications. It supports languages that are typically used by analytic workloads and secure your resources with advanced security and privacy features. Contact Reliance Infosystems to start leveraging this limitless analytics service. The most valuable and important resource in any organization is not the office building, the warehouse, or its assets, it is the people. That is why forward-thinking organizations deploy solutions that ensure the easy management of human resources, business processes, and data. Introducing Human 360, your human resource HR management software that combines several necessary HR functions, such as storing employee data, managing payroll, recruitment, benefits administration, time and attendance, employee performance management, and tracking competency and training records. Here is why you need Human 360. Human 360 provides powerful tools for employee training, motivation, and effectively manages full-cycle recruitment process. It enhances HR managers' productivity by streamlining routine administrative processes such as payroll, loan, and leave management. With Human 360, organizations can adopt both subjective and objective approach to staff evaluation. Human 360 increases staff compliance with organizational goals, work culture, and facilitates result-driven HR. Build a high-performing team, and scale up with Human 360. Contact us today for a free demo. Many organizations still have on-premise servers that run at a fraction of their capacity, often because they dedicate them to specific applications. This is usually an inefficient mechanism because there is an excess capacity that is not being consumed, which leads to higher operating and IT costs. With Azure Virtual Machines, you can easily build, configure and host your virtual infrastructure in the cloud. You can also create
lot. And we're taking it a step further, of course. Just a point of note, if you have any questions from the previous presentations or those that we'll have in this particular session, please note them down. We'll have a Q&A session a bit later for those questions to be answered by the very able team right here. Our next speaker joining us virtually for this particular presentation is Mr. Mayowa Ojeniyi. He's a Microsoft Teams specialist, and he's taking us through Microsoft Contact Center Solutions. He'll be joining us virtually for that particular presentation. So, Mr. Mayowa, over to you. Mr. Mayo, if you can hear us, you've been asked to unmute your microphone. Audience is ready for you, so please unmute your microphone. And feel free to proceed at this point. Mr. Mayowa.
Somebody in the audience to please confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. Go right ahead.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Just quickly turn on. Just give me a second, please. All right. So welcome everyone. All right. I welcome everyone once again to this digital event. So I am Mayowa Ojeniyi. Okay, solutions architect with the modern workplace team. All right, and in a brief, say 15 to 20 minutes, I would be walking you through the contact center solution. Okay, all right, and feel free to ask questions. So I just wanted to just turn on my camera so you can see the face to it. Then we can proceed. Okay, thank you very much. All right.
The slides are ready. You can go ahead.
All right, good. So please, next slide, please. All right, so looking at what is a contact center, all right, basically, the contact center overview, where I would like to take us through a journey on where we are, what the present needs are at the present state. I heard most of the speakers talk about Azure, Sophos SG Firewall, the current needs of the hybrid workspace, where we are, remote work, the post-pandemic era. So we'll be putting all this and considering all this in place, okay, to understand what all these current needs are and how Microsoft is positioning its contact center solution to solve these modern day challenges. And briefly, we'll look at some of the partners we have with Microsoft. Microsoft has partnered with some well-known OEMs, all right, to deliver a very robust contact center solution, and how really you can integrate other APIs, all right, with the contact center. And obviously, we will now have a bit of a Q&A, all right. So it's a very simple presentation, so to say. So yes, you can, if the presenter can move on to the next slide. All right. A digital contact center. What do we mean by a digital contact center? So a lot has been said as regards where we are and the current modern day realities. And for organizations, we understand that we need to be digital. Okay, that is to say, we need to also have like an online presence. That in case of socio-economic disruptions, the business continues, or whatever solutions we're trying to manage continues, and it's not disrupted. That's why there's a need for the digital transformation, and that's invariably why we have a contact center like this. And with the contact center, we also want to ensure that we we can interact with our customers, with our clients across various channels. All right. So gone are the day. Okay, so let me do the traditional contact center whereby someone puts a call in, someone you can now make a call out to an agent. That's how it's maybe a traditional contact center will look like. All right, basically. Or a situation whereby maybe you can send an email, then a support help desk will come to you. But you agree with me that it's an evolving world. We have many people who are perhaps on social media today. So many people are on the internet. So many people want to do so many things. So many people want to be able to reach out to support, maybe from say their WhatsApp or Twitter accounts. These are the things we need to understand. And also from the business point of view, we need analytics. We need to know, okay, at what point in time do our customers interact with us, what's their preferred mode of communication? Do we have a particular time frame whereby we need to perhaps open this channel? How are our agents interacting? Okay, are they resolving customer issues in a reasonable manner? And we are keeping in track all these solutions, all these needs, also with our current day to also ensure that we have something that can meet this normal, traditional, and orthodox needs, and also ensure that it is resilient and is digital, so that should the case, perhaps in the future or something comes, we can easily scale and we can easily be digital and also ensure that the business continues. All right, so next, please. Next slide, please. All right, so this is what I was saying. So gone are the days whereby contact center solutions are operating in silos. So you have perhaps a particular vendor, or maybe that is managing your email, then with the phone system, then we want to also integrate a chat channel, different silos, different channels in which users can interact with us. But that's the old way of doing things. Microsoft understands and has envisioned how the new things should be, how life should be, and how business should operate, and understand that these channels are important and are necessary for us. So we have all this integrated into one solution and across different specialties. So it should case based on your needs of your business. If it's a billing requirements, if it's something that has to do with maybe technical support, you can have all these skill sets within Microsoft. And invariably just say within Microsoft Teams. All right. So the solution that empowers this is important to say that is the Microsoft Teams platform. And what is Microsoft in this scale of things? If you can see from the Gartner report you are seeing there on your screen, you can see Microsoft is a trusted leader. All right, in terms of the completeness of vision, a visionary, and also the solution itself that understands the entire unified communication system as a service. The entire CAST system as a service, Microsoft fully. This is something that Microsoft understands. So that's why you can see from the Gartner report there. Obviously, we have different vendors. We have the Cisco. We have also the Avaya. So many other vendors that definitely offer this. But in a unified sense, in a digital sense, in completeness of vision, in terms of reliability, in terms of how scalable you can move around with this solution, in terms of how you can meet your needs, no one comes close to Microsoft. All right, I'm not saying this because it's a Microsoft team event, but that's just the truth. All right, for our current day needs, for what we have and where we see ourselves, Microsoft. And now I'm not just telling you that we are just leaders, we're also trying to boast to you and saying that, see, if you come and leverage these solutions, cost savings. All right, you're going to definitely improve on costs. You're going to definitely save money. So now I'll just quickly, so that I don't bore down with the numbers. All right, I'll just quickly explain some of these numbers and just to put it in perspective. What they are saying with the number you are saying there is that once you have most of your solutions as let's say your phone system using Microsoft Teams. So whereby you are leveraging the Microsoft Teams for your phone system and as your PBX, okay, in this case, and also on top of the PBX system, you are also having your contact center solutions. We are saying across the board, all right. So they gave an example of an organization with 20,000 licenses, all right, 20,000 Microsoft phone system licenses, and stating that servicing these customers or this organization, all right, with traditional systems, different OEMs and different vendors. Normally you have a particular OEM for maybe your PBX, okay, traditional way. Another solution for your contact center. We are saying in the span of 3 years, comparing side by side, all right, from research and R&D, notice that a business that tries and leverages basically and solely on the Microsoft contact center solution and the Microsoft phone system saves $78 million, all right, across board. That is not only just in initial setup, but we need to also take into place of obviously the operational expenses. Now, what do you mean? You know, for each of these vendors, you have an SLA. For each of these vendors, you perhaps have one particular support you are using. You know, but once you integrate all these solutions within Microsoft system, or by your Microsoft is serving as your phone system and also as your contact center solution, you are saving money. All right. Another thing also you're also saving is that you have one dashboard, one analytics, whereby you can get all your insights, all right, from just a particular system instead of having to check. Okay, you need to check another system for maybe the reports of when maybe agents must have communicated or maybe must have been on call. How many hours were they on call with a particular customer? Or you're looking at, okay, the call quality, all right, at what so and so time did this agent speak to this customer? What was the quality, call quality like, you know, for network? All these are all integrated within the Microsoft Teams ecosystem and, you know, by extension, the contact center solution. So this is just a simple breakdown. I don't want to really go into the numbers, but from what I just stated, you can see that by having and by leveraging the Microsoft Teams phone system, by leveraging the Microsoft Contact Center solution, you are reducing your physical costs and physical cost of displacement. So let's take, for example, you are displaced tomorrow, or you don't even also consider it a form of displacement. Say tomorrow you want a new contact center, you know, in the next 5 days at a new location. What's the cost? OEM shipments. How do you get the physical device? How do you set up? What do you need to do? How do you get those things? But with Teams system, with the contact center, all that is taken away. So that is where you are saving the costs. Automation. Microsoft Teams, the contact center solution, is plugged into all the various services I've been showcasing. I heard a lot about the Azure, so many things about the Teams app, the Viva. All these things your employees or your agents, in the case may be, can consume all this and obviously automate. So you could also have your analytics with Power BI right there. You could also have the Power Automate, whereby you want to maybe automate some particular systems. Everything all within Microsoft Teams and all within the contact center solution. So with this, what I've said now, you can see in terms, and you can now agree with me with what I stated with the that was like 2 or 3 slides ago, that in terms of the completeness of vision, in terms of understanding business needs, where we are, understanding and solving business needs, not only just the current needs, but would-be needs of organization, there is no one that comes close to the contact center solution. All right? So we can move on. So this is how it works, just basically an overview of it. Like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into it. All right. Basically, as I stated, it's leveraged on Microsoft Teams. So if you're an organization and you have the Microsoft Teams, you are already, should I say, already on your journey, on your way. Okay, you don't need to look for something out of the ordinary. So with some few particular licenses, with the necessary licenses and configuration and setup, you can set up a contact center solution. This is the ease and the scalability of the contact center solution. And you agree with me, for business and for a modern day business to grow, you need to be scalar. And when you're talking about being scalar, and when you're talking about business growth and being agile, Microsoft is there for you. So on top of the Microsoft Teams, the enterprise voice, then you have the contact center solutions, all right, which comes to play, whereby with some few integrations, few configurations, all right, you can definitely have that. Then at the last part of it is that you also have API. So we do understand that, well, you might have businesses that might have some custom needs. We have some businesses that feel, okay, you know what, I want this particular integration, or I have an existing system, all right, or maybe a channel that I want to integrate with Microsoft Teams. So you can easily integrate that API into the phone system. These are things you can do. So you can connect you can extend, all right, that is what, and you can also have power with different functionalities within it and integration with different partner solutions. Please, let's move along. All right, okay, this is just going deep down for a bit of the techie people. All right, I will soon conclude on this so that I don't lose you on this. So it's just trying to just give you how it works. All right, so basically a customer calls in. So this is just showing and trying to just describe just one channel, that is the phone system channel, which is, will I say, by and large, the basic and the most commonplace form of contact center, whereby you have an helpline or help desk line and somebody just calls in. So if you move along, you can see the customer calls in. Now at the top there, you have the session button controller. Do not bother about the terms, just to us explain how the technology works and put everything together. All right. So it's just a device that more or less routes those calls, okay? And obviously integrates with your contact center solution. Then you can see at the bottom of at the middle there, you see the third-party agent, desktop applications you can integrate. You can have, see, it's just so many things you can integrate with it. You know, you can perhaps we have a web-based interface of a custom interface of how web agents can pick up their calls or receive calls. That's fine. You can have different CRM tools. You can have Microsoft Dynamics. You could also have, okay, a native tool you're using in-house. It's all well and good. It's all great. You can use this within the Teams solution. Then at the right-hand side, it's obviously your phone system, and that's the Microsoft Teams aspect of Teams. Okay, like I stated, if you're already using Teams, you're already on your way. All right, you already have the necessary, at least bit some of the necessary licenses to start your journey. Then it uses the API to get the presence, to know who is available, to fetch agents based on perhaps round robin, serial routing rather. I will want to go deep into that, but you get the idea, all right? So you get how it all works and how it all connects. It doesn't just look as if, how a gentleman is just speaking and says that, with my teams, I can have a contact center. How does it just work? Does it just happen like that? But this is just a bit of the schematic view of how your common teams, all right, can be converted and obviously be transformed into a contact center solution. You can move on to the other slides. Okay, you can go on to the next. I think because of time. Next slide, please. So with this, you can move on to the next. You can move on. You can obviously see how you can integrate your PSTN lines, different solutions, different numbers. So if perhaps you are a business that have perhaps E1 lines, physical lines terminated, it's fine. You can definitely use. I'm sure these are the questions you might be having. How do we do this? How do we integrate this? If you have SIP lines, it's all well and good. The solution covers you and the solution takes care of you. Now, these are some of our partners. These are some of the partners, well-known partners that Microsoft has integrated their solution with. All right, so we have so many of them, like you see, Genesis, the Anywhere 365, Landis. All right, at Reliance Infosystems, we have good rapport with all these OEM, particularly the Anywhere 365. All right, to meet various needs of customers. Okay, so we have partners that have integrated their own solutions with Microsoft. Okay, if you also have your own custom built solution, if you have something you have in-house, it's fine. All this can be integrated within the solution. Yeah, next. I just wanted to. You can move on to the next. Yeah, next. That's next. All right. So cloud communication APIs. All right. So I think I've already stressed a bit about the communication API. You can integrate all this. Okay. So feel free. Don't feel it's not a solution whereby it's cast in stone or is a box whereby you cannot remodel to fit your needs. What I just want to stress with just this slide is that whatever need you have, whatever solution you have, just think it, imagine it. Microsoft 365 is there. Microsoft 365 Teams and contact center solution can provide that need, and that's just the idea. So you can perhaps have bots. Maybe you have a chat bot, or you have a web interface whereby you have a bot that can just chat and say, okay, hello, user, please provide your email and phone number. The bot takes the email and phone number. Immediately, the bot is feeding that into your CRM tool. Okay? Just to get it. Oh, please, how may we be of assistance to you? All right, it's a bot. And you state your needs and make you state your needs. It catalogs that in your CRM. From there, if with what you have programmed within the bots, perhaps after providing some suggestions, it's perhaps not okay with the user, not okay with it. It says, oh, you know what? Would you like to speak with an agent, or has your issue been resolved? Oh, no, my issue has not been resolved. I'd like to speak with an agent. Immediately, that bot transfers you to the phone system. These are things and these are ways businesses are using this solution, and these are things you can definitely use within Microsoft Teams. So I was given a very short time. That was why I had to really run through the business value, the proposition, to run through how Microsoft sees and how Microsoft have positioned it. So like I stated in summary, Microsoft Contact Center solution is built on Microsoft Teams, all right? And you can integrate it and you can customize it to meet your business needs, to meet not just your current needs, all right, but also your future and would-be needs. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening. I don't know if there are one or two questions. I would be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mayor. What we'll do for the purpose of the session, first of all, a round of applause for him. I think because he's on Teams, there's the applause emoticon there. You can play it for him so he can see it on his screen as well. What we'll do for the purposes of the program, we are going to have questions and answers to those questions a bit later on, so we won't have them at this point. But if there's a question that you had from his presentation, just note it down and we'll have that addressed during the question and answer session. Thank you so much for that, and thanks for making time as you join us virtually. I want us to keep this particular presentation moving forward. The next discussion is around data. Many have said data is the next, is the new oil. How to get the value out of that particular data is actually the question that needs to be answered, and that's our next presentation. Innovating with hidden value of your data. That's what it's all about. And to take us through that, we have Mr. Baba Jr. Awuni Salifu for that particular discussion. A round of applause for Mr. Baba. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jude. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Kimani, thanks for sharing your success story with the audience. I really appreciate it. And Reliance is here to partner with you for success. Let the video play, please.
Many organizations are increasingly forced to make quick decisions based on the data and intelligence they've gathered, and many of them have already implemented the system for this purpose. But how do you make the most out of your data warehouses? Is your data infrastructure and techniques keeping up with the pace? This next segment is on unlocking the value of your data to harness intelligence. Enterprises need to develop structures to incentivize collaboration around the power of data and how they can be able to leverage its full potential. Uncovering invaluable insights from your organization's data helps support the pursuit of greater innovation. With our gold competencies in data analytics and data platform, Reliance will introduce to you the cloud tools you'll need to discover the next level details. Organizations need to align their structure by cultivating a data-centric culture through upscaling employees to view data analytics as integral to their business strategy. Starting with a high-level exploration of the heart of analytics, you'll get to learn effective optimization techniques using Microsoft data tools and have the necessary knowledge to apply the associated technology stack to be able to unlock insights from your organization's data.
Thank you very much. Yes, so data is king, and how do you implement data in your environment to sustain business continuity? So I'll be speaking on the topic innovating the hidden value of data. Okay, data is the most important asset in your organization. For most organizations, data is moving from being a cost center to an asset. As you said, data is king, data is the new oil. Now, companies that take data as a valuable asset are seeing over 50% higher average net income on revenue. As businesses, you want to increase revenue. You want to cut down costs, make profits, increase your market share in your industry and sector. Now, the pandemic has accelerated the data strategies for most organizations. Most organizations have implemented data warehouse, big data analytics to improve upon their successes in their industry. Now, this research by the Harvard Business School said they interviewed CEOs, top corporate executives, and they are saying 91 of global executives said effective data and analytic strategies are essential for business transformation. And as Reliance, one of our core success pillars is business transformation, transforming your business digitally using data and other technology. Now, we have the big data explosion. In addition to traditional systems, organizations must deal with, you have the structured data, you have the semi and non-structured. You have to deal with the semi and the unstructured data in your environment, looking at social media, your mobile devices, camera, the CCTV is very, very important, sensors and connected devices. My colleague Kennedy spoke about IoT. How are you analyzing this data in your environment? Purchase transaction. A financial institution, either a first-tier bank, second-tier bank, financial institution, pension fund managers, how are you analyzing data with your purchase transaction? GPS signals too are very important for you to use data in your environment. That's the growth challenge. This research was done by IDC. They're saying that global data is expected to grow by 400% by 2025. We're in 2022. However, less than this 30% of data will be analyzed. You have lots of data in your environment. How are you analyzing this data? 2020, you have 44 zettabyte data collected worldwide. This will increase 4 times in 2025. That's 175 zettabytes of data will be collected worldwide. 175 zettabytes, 30% of this data will be analyzed. As a business sitting here, how are you analyzing your data? To improve customer service, it will cut down costs, increase revenue, and our business, our bottom line is making profits. So how are you using data to increase revenue and make profits for your company? Now, how can you innovate with data? You have to improve data culture. Now, a data-driven culture results in increased revenue, 1, increase productivity, and enhance operating efficiencies. You have to have a data strategy. With a comprehensive data strategy, businesses can improve and streamline production in discovering cost savings benefits. Now, Reliance Data Tech will help you with the data strategy that can improve upon 1, streamline production while you lower costs, because most businesses want to lower costs and increase revenue. That's key for businesses. The next one is you have to innovate with the cloud. Cloud computing is here to stay. Cloud computing enables you various data technologies to apply to one another. Efficacy that would be impossible. So innovating with the cloud is very, very important. Having a data strategy, improve your data culture, unify your data. Using unified data will let you integrate more data sets into your business intelligence and advanced AI analytic systems. You have lots of data sitting in your environment across different sources. How do you analyze this in a data warehouse? So Reliance Data Tech is telling you that we can unify your data for you to cut down costs and increase revenue. You have to embrace artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning offers you tremendous opportunity to transform your business. Through deep data insights, automation, and connected systems. All these you can use to innovate data. Thank you for honoring our invitation for you to see how Reliance Data Tech can innovate you with data. Now, modernizing to Microsoft Cloud is the fastest and easiest way to innovate and unlock hidden value in your data. Now, let's go through. One, it enables seamless integration across multiple sources at petabyte scale. We have organizations that have lots of data. We spoke to an organization earlier this week. They have data, they collect data 35 terabytes every week. At the end of the year, you can imagine, it will be 1.6. So 35 terabytes, at the end of the year, 1.6 kind of petabytes. 1.6 petabytes. How are they analyzing this data in their environment? Allows limitless collaboration among your data teams. Using Microsoft Azure, your data scientists can train and deploy machine learning models in minutes. Using Azure Cloud, it empowers you to build POC, that's proof of concepts, within minutes before taking decision or making decisions. You just test the system, make sure, okay, how can I make decision based on the outcome that I have with this data? The data that I've analyzed, I can make decisions quickly to bring out new products for my customers. It lets you spin up, and scale down resources to fit busy workloads. All this can be achieved using a Microsoft Cloud or Microsoft Azure for your data. What's the value? The value of data-driven decision making. I won't run through this, but I'll just touch on one or two things. One, improves employees' productivity. Every company would like their employees to be productive. This is very, very important. We hire you to be productive. Talking of the people, your employees, improves customer experiences and relationships. Every business wants to keep their customers and add on customers. No one wants to lose customers. Helps you save costs. Every company wants to save costs. Increase proactivity in decisions. Decrease the bias in decision. Now you have data which is being analyzed. This is facts. You make decisions based on what you've analyzed in your environment. You can do all this by implementing a data analytics technology in your organization. Let me just touch on one last thing, then we'll go. It makes decision making more transparent and objective. Some of the values of data-driven decision making. Let's move to, so there are some customers that have implemented various data technologies in their organization, and we'll take a look at some of them. The first one is Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble, serious, fast-moving consuming goods company in the world. Now, their challenge was one, looking into incorporate geographical dispersed data types for a single view. They don't have to have all their data, the data is inside, they don't want to have it in a single view, as they are depending on data to inform their decisions at a more granular and at real-time level. They could not afford for those data signals to have quality issues. Now, this is where Microsoft Cloud solved that problem. One, they implemented Azure Synapse Analytics, Power BI, and Azure Data Lake Storage. In consumer goods, Procter & Gamble is now able to generate insights from over 500 million queries. You can imagine that. 500 million queries performed on petabytes of data and hundreds of data signals. Now look at the last one. Account managers. Every company has account manager, brand managers, supply chain planners, and analysts can make faster and more accurate decisions. And tens of thousands of employees at a company can access the data to gain insights that serve consumers and build the business. Implementing Azure Data, Azure Synapse, Power BI, and Azure Data Lake Storage. Let's move to the next firm, which is Amerisource Berger. This pharmaceutical company in the United States. This, the challenge in a centralized enterprise analytics platform where business users could access data that will kind of analyze and get insights without the help of data engineers. There are a few companies that have data engineers, data analysts, and data scientists in their environment. They want to implement a solution that can help basic users analyze their data without any help from data engineers. They struggle to produce the timely analytics at scale. Business groups began building their own analytics models on-prem, leading to reporting and performance delay. No business wants to delay. As a business, if I'm quicker and swifter than you in responding to customers, I'll get more customers than my competitor because I make decisions faster than my competitor. So what did they implement? They implemented Azure Synapse Analytics to provide them versatile and self-serve platform that accelerated what? Time to insights. It boosted analytics performance and optimized the operation costs. Which is very important for every company. So look at the third company, which is a local company in Kenya. So this is the Association of Kenya Insurers. So this association has 55 insurance companies that they are managing or they are regulating them. There are 3 challenges. One, they needed a solution to combat motor insurance fraud. They needed a solution for the second challenge was high and rising cost of managing claims manually. Fraudulent claims and fully reporting a claim often took 10 days or more. If I come to you and you take 10 days to do my claim, I'll move to another insurance company who can do it quicker. The third one, long claim settlement process frequently took months, providing a poor customer experience and resulting in lack of trust in the insurance ecosystem. What do you do? Now, they implemented the DAS insurance platform. It provides what for online claims registration, and its KYC, that's know your customer and know your assets. These features integrated with Azure Machine Learning, Azure Cognitive Service, and blockchain to drive automated claims. That's what they wanted to address. Claims were delayed and they wanted to address it as soon as possible. It captured risk information, mitigated fraud, which is the first one that they're having challenge with. So they use Azure Machine Learning, Cognitive Service, and blockchain to address that, mitigate fraud, and enable repair estimates. This is very important for most financial institutions, especially insurance companies. Processing claims using data is very, very important. Let me move to our next step. So what's the next step? Now you'll be thinking, how can I have this system in my environment or in my organization? You need a lot of things when it comes to data. First one, you need a platform for building data integration and transformation solutions. We have the Azure Data Factory to sort that out for you. The next one is a platform for creating, deploying, and managing mobile reports. So the Power BI. I know most firms here use Power BI to visualize your reports. But there's more to it that you can use Power BI for. And Reliance Data Tech is here to assist you do that in your environment. Third one is to create and analyze tabular data models. Now we have the Azure Analysis Services that can get done. Then the fourth one, you want to deliver high availability. Very important for any IT professional, high availability. And elastic scaling to open source mobile and web apps with a managed community with this database technology that you know, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MariaDB. The solution here is Azure Open Source Database that can be implemented in your environment to solve this, or you need this, you have to have the Azure Open Source Database to address that. Okay, so you also need other things that you want to implement in your environment. So I was talking of Azure Synapse and Azure Data Warehouse and other technologies. You also, can I have the slide, please? I have my slide here, but I want my audience to have that. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so to empower data scientists and developers to build, deploy, and manage high-quality models faster and with confidence. There's the Azure Machine Learning. You need a platform to bring data integration, enterprise data warehousing, and big data analytics with limitless scale. That's the Azure Synapse Analytics to take care of that. You want to process data on demand with no infrastructure to manage. You don't want to invest heavily on infrastructure. You want to be able to develop and run massive parallel data transformation and processing programs. Now there's the Azure Data Lake Analytics to address that. In addition to this, maybe you need a platform for creating and analyzing multi-dimensional data models. So the SQL Server analysis services that can be found on Microsoft Azure. And Reliance Data Tech has the competency to address all this for you. Let me quickly run through. So at Reliance Data Tech, we are poised to go on a journey of innovating your data with you. And thank you for honoring our invitation. And my name is Baba Asante.
I'm sure if you want more on data and how to get that hidden value, you can talk to Baba. If you have any questions in the plenary session, he'll also be more than glad to field those for you. Moving it right along, next up we have Mr. Valentine Abayo. He's talking about amplifying your organizational cybersecurity posture. Valentine? A round of applause for Valentine, please.
It's been quite a year. We've heard of nation-state attacks. We've heard of criminal actors being aggressive more than ever. We've heard of ransomware attacks. I mean, it's just a lot going on in the cyberspace. We continue to have a worldview on how thinking about posture and preparedness can really help an organization to be ready in an event of a cyber attack. It is no doubt, of course, that we are living in a world of increasing challenges day by day, and this also extends to the cyberspace, since we have a lot of people connecting and relying on the internet for their day-to-day lives. So the higher the dependence of a firm or an organization in the digital infrastructures makes it more vulnerable to cybercrime. Information security has become one of today's major challenges, and a lot of government institutions and many business organizations have taken various steps to combat cybercrime. And despite of their efforts, a lot of people are still concerned about the state of cybersecurity. So cybersecurity and emerging threats in today's digital workspace can be addressed by adopting robust tools and techniques, such as the next generation firewalls, which offer a comprehensive approach to cybersecurity, cutting across your enterprise assets, both on-prem and in the cloud. Here at Reliance Data Tech, our initiative is to foster a comprehensive approach to cybersecurity and to help you and your organization to think about your next steps in your own journey of staying secure.
Hello, everyone. I understand that you guys are here. We really appreciate your presence, and I believe you're having a nice time so far. So I also want to take this opportunity to welcome you once again to this summit. So I'm going to touch on a very sensitive topic which has already been addressed, that is security in the cloud. So during this session, we are going to talk about amplifying your cloud security posture. And more specifically, we're going to, sorry about that. So more specifically, we're going to look at Sophos. Thanks. So more specifically, we're going to look at Sophos and how Sophos cloud security ecosystem is able to protect your organizational cloud environment. So the topic of this discussion will be centered around three major things. So we have We'll see how Sophos is able to protect your software as a service applications such as Office 365. We're also going to see how Sophos is able to wipe out breach points and secure your cloud infrastructures. We're also going to see how Sophos is able to maintain a healthy cloud security posture. Okay. So it is important to understand that as you move to the cloud, so do the attackers. And 70% of organizations that are hosting their data in the cloud in the past year have suffered security incidents. And the attacks that are hitting these organizations are probably nothing new to you, including the well-known ransomware attack. So to get the right security strategy for you, we need to understand what you're looking for in the cloud. So the question here is, are you consuming or are you creating or deploying in the cloud? So if you are consuming, you're definitely utilizing the software as a service consumption model, and you have things like Office 365 running in your cloud environment. We have things like which is a ticketing, and we also have the likes of Salesforce. And if you're creating or deploying in the cloud, you're definitely utilizing infrastructure as a service, where you are creating and deploying virtual machines, virtual networks with cloud service providers such as Azure and AWS, Google Cloud, and the likes. So all these forms are part of the public cloud. And as we have seen, the public cloud is actually under attack. So as my friend Samson mentioned earlier, moving to the cloud is actually a journey. And as an individually, as an organization, you're probably at different phases in your journey to the cloud. So some of you are just starting out. We refer to this as the lift and shift, where you are migrating your resources to the cloud. And some of you might be leveraging the cloud architecture solutions, where you're now scaling the resources that you already have running in your cloud. And some of you also are at the advanced level, where you are leveraging the cloud native solutions to deploy infrastructure through things like automation and DevOps solutions. So this means that you have varying levels of experience when it comes to cloud solutions. So the good news is that Sophos is well placed to scale with you through the various stages of your journey. So this is where we get to the cool stuff. So as I said earlier, the type of security strategy will be determined by the type of use cases you need to serve in the cloud. So the good news as well is that we have Sophos Central, which is the backbone of the cloud security ecosystem. And it is able to offer security solution in a flexible manner. So Sophos Central is just a management console. It allows you to manage your cloud environment or your estate. So you can be able to see, you're able to visualize all your assets, all your workloads through an intuitive dashboard. And you can also be able to respond to the type of alerts that are being generated by your endpoint devices, your virtual machines, or your workloads in the cloud. And the good thing is you'll be doing this in a single pane of view. So as I said earlier, the type of strategy will depend on what you're looking for. So if you're consuming and you have things like Office 365 running in your cloud environment, and you need to protect your emails, so Sophos is able to protect against spam and phishing. It does this by scanning the files and contents that are being shared across your emails, and it profiles these files and contents. It profiles these files and contents for known malicious threats. We also have advanced threat protections, which goes further to perform what we call advanced scanning, which is able to profile against unknown threats. And of course, this is done by the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So another thing is, if you're creating, in this scenario, you're having your workloads, you're having you're having your assets deployed in your cloud environment. And of course, there are resources that are running in your cloud infrastructure that need to be accessed by your users. So Sophos is able to extend the capabilities of virtual private networks that allows your users to connect remotely and access these resources. You also have your site or branch locations can also connect and access these resources as well. And of course, your users will be protected from accessing malicious content in the web through additional web filtering and application control a feature that Sophos offers. So we also have what we call managed threat detection and response, which was mentioned earlier by Sir Innocent. So in this scenario, Sophos is able to detect and stop any malicious activities in your environment or in your deployed infrastructures, the assets, the servers, and all. So for instance, we have what we call Intercept X, which is able to detect and stop malicious file encryptions. With this, it is able to protect against the ransomware attacks. We also have what we call synchronized security. With this, your endpoint devices now, your servers, your workloads that are running in the cloud are able to directly integrate with the firewall. And they are able to also exchange intelligent information regarding their security status. In the event of a compromise in your assets, the firewall will be able to isolate these particular affected resources until the time where they'll be washed, cleaned, and ready to be brought back to the network again. We also have server lockdown. With this, it prevents any unauthorized changes in your assets, your inventory, and all your workloads that are running in the cloud as well. For intrusion prevention and detection, it offers additional scanning of your virtual network traffic and it profiles this traffic against malicious activities as well. Last but not least, I want us to talk about cloud security posture management. And before we get into that, first of all, you need to understand how attackers get into our environment. So as it has been said before by our speakers, security cloud is a shared responsibility. So as the cloud service providers offer security on your resources, on your storage and compute resources, it's your responsibility as a user to make sure that your architecture or your cloud architecture is secure. So what do I really mean when I say cloud architecture? So there are various components that forms the cloud architecture. So to some extent, we have the networks. We have the infrastructures, the workloads, the servers, the assets that are running in environment. We have the type of configurations that are configured in your infrastructures. We have things like access control and data security. So you as a user, you're in charge to make sure that all these things are in check. So that being said, As you can see, accidental exposure continues to be the major area of security weakness. Okay, so this is paramount on the cloud architecture itself. So as you can see, security misconfiguration takes up the larger portion. So security misconfiguration entails things like misconfigured firewall routes, leaving backdoors open in your environment, not encrypting your data, and also having unmanaged overprivileged access roles in your cloud environment. We also have stolen cloud credentials, which are your passwords, your usernames, which are exposed, and when attackers get hold of this, they're able to access your environment and cause havoc. So that being said, those are just challenges that we have in our cloud environment, and these challenges need to be addressed. Sorry about that. So that's why we have what is called cloud optics. So cloud optics is designed to address these challenges, and it offers solutions to these challenges in three major ways. So cloud optics is cloud security posture management solution. So it is able to gain visibility into your environment, okay? It is able to see your inventory. It is able to see the type of configurations that you have running in your inventory. It is able to highlight to you the various the threat surfaces in your environment as well. Optics is also able to monitor for deviation in your set compliance standards. For instance, if you have configuration settings for your network, how you have structured your posture, it is able to monitor for any sorts of deviations from these set standards. The good thing about optics, it's also designed to respond to these issues through what we call smart alerting. So with smart alerting, it does not only shows you which resources are affected or which workloads are affected, it also goes ahead and gives you a step-by-step guide on how you can address these solutions as well. So the last thing I want us to look at is the market statistics for Sophos against its competitors in the market. I'm not sure if this is enough for you. Is it visible enough for you? Okay, just take it through. So you can see Sophos is being compared against Fortinet and Cisco, which are worthy competitors when it comes to security, and security both on-prem and in the cloud. And as you can see, Sophos is actually doing very well, and it is being profiled against things like managed services, okay? It's being profiled against things like malware and security effectiveness, and even performance as well. So this is just like an overall view of the comparisons as well. And if we drill in deeper, we can see that we can actually see the highlighted reviews that Sophos is actually the next generation industry-leading security solution as well. So if we drill deeper now, we're able to see the overall capability score against the competitors as well. And this is mapped against things like cloud management, endpoint detection and response, which was talked about earlier. And all this profiling, Sophos is actually way ahead of its competitors. So this report, I got it from Gartner website. It's a licensed and trusted organization which offers information about technology and business. I've shared the link. You can actually check it out and see all this information that I'm talking about. So I would like to end my presentation at that point. And if you have any inquiries, please note them down. I'll be willing to respond. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that, Valentine. Again, like he said, if there are any questions concerning that, he will be more than willing take that. Thanks. He'll be more than willing to answer those questions as we move this particular presentation forward as well. I'd also like to recognize the presence of Mohammed Hussein, Managing Director, M. Kashia. Many thanks for making time to be here this afternoon. Asante sana. Our next speaker is Mr. Kahinde Kasumu. He's talking about modernizing your business processes and driving innovation with Microsoft Biz Apps. So how do you move that particular process forward in these changing times? That's what he's taking you through. A round of applause for him, even as he comes on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kahinde Kasumu. I'm a Dynamics 365 functional analyst, and I'll be speaking on the topic modernizing your business processes with Microsoft Business Applications. I believe here we have business owners and key decision makers. So I would like to paint a very common scenario that cuts across various industries, from service industry to transportation industry, to manufacturing, to fast-moving consumer goods industry. Let's take, for example, that you want to introduce a new product or a new service. We have water here, right? And you do sell water, but you want to introduce a new product, which might be orange juice, into the market. What you would start with is by getting this product visible to your prospective consumers, right? How you do that? Employing your marketing team to carry out various marketing strategies. And this could be demand generation strategy or lead generation strategy. And the aim is to actually make your product visible in the market, and so that you can convert prospects to actual customers. The end goal is to actually make sales, increase sales of using into the market. And here you have to employ your marketing team, and let's assume that you've done this and you carry out this marketing strategy and it's successful. Then you have your sales team to actually carry out this customer engagement, identifying prospects in wherever region they are, and converting these prospects, qualifying them, identifying opportunities, qualifying them as leads, and eventually making sales to these customers. And you would want to meet these customers where they are. You want to improve sales, you want to increase sales rather, and generate revenue. So it's very important that at the top of your mind as a sales manager or a sales member as part of the sales team, you want to sell to these people and ensure that you increase customer retention. It's one thing for you to sell a product. It's another thing for you to ensure that you have returning customers. And when you have returning customers, that way, you ensure that you are increasing sales constantly, attracting new customers, and also retaining the existing customers that you have. And one other thing where you actually ensure that you are returning customers and ensuring that you retain your customers is actually ensuring that you have a good after-sales support team. And this is where customer service comes into play. You want to ensure that, because when you sell the product, for example, let's assume that you are seeing orange juice here. So if you sell an orange juice, I could take this product and actually I would have feedbacks, right? And this feedback could actually be positive. And you should also appreciate if it's negative as well. And that's where a good customer service team comes into play. A good customer service team has the ability to negative sentiment about that product or service you're delivering into positive. This is only visible, or only possible rather, when you have visibility, when you have actual insights into how you are engaging, your customer service agents are engaging the customers about getting these positive feedbacks or negative sentiments, and you actually putting this into use by transforming your products, improving your products, and making sure that your go-to market, whatever you're going to market with, is offering the they are using for. So this is quite important, and this talks about. Sorry, I wasn't sharing my slide. I had already started. Okay, so this then talks about the synchronization that you have between your marketing team, your sales team, and your customer service team. Let's go away from that to another industry. Let's say you are into construction, you're a construction company, you have workers that go into client side to carry out one thing or the other, and these workers are your resources. And you would want to have visibility into what each resources can do. As a painter, I should be able to. My capability would be to paint. As a block or a scaffolder, I should be able to scaffolding, and so on and so forth. So you are able to assign resource capabilities. You want to have visibility to what resource you have is they can actually carry out, and what projects that can assign these resources to. You have a project to construct a building, and you want to know which resources or which resource capabilities first can carry out that project from start to finish, and which resources can you assign to that project, so that you have a whole visibility to, I'm assigning this resource to this project, but there's another project, so that resource would not be available for that project. So you need visibility, you need insight into all of this. You could actually be into service operations as well, where you go into client sites, you provide maintenance services, either it's preventive maintenance or corrective maintenance. You assign resources to this service as well. You want to be able to do proper resource scheduling in terms of maintenance of assets. Imagine if a client, I'm into service maintenance, for example, and a client called me that an asset actually got bad because I missed the maintenance schedule. That's bad for your business, and you will not have a good customer. You're not creating a good customer experience. So you want to have visibility into all of this. You could actually be into, and at the end of all of this, both from the marketing to the sales to the project management to service operations to customer service, all of this sits back into your financial. Have a whole visibility into what each of these teams are doing, what transactions is occurring, what is the cost for each of these operations you are carrying out, and how are they maximizing profit at each cost center or operating unit. And this is what talks about your financials. So as business owners and decision makers, what's valuable to you is you gaining insights, and you can actually do this right from your phone or from the web application that I will be introducing to you. So I have talked about how all of this relate to each other, supply chain, marketing, sales, customer service, and finance. According to these statistics, 91% of customers are more likely to shop with brands who recognize, provide relevant offers and recommendations. I know we all have, or at one time or the other, have dealt with e-commerce platforms. You shop on, let's take for example, you went on a shopping platform and you added some products to a cart, but you eventually abandoned that product that you've added to the cart, and for one reason or the other, you didn't buy it back there. You could get emails, right, reminding you that you've added these products to the cart, or similar products can be recommended to you for you to actually take actions from there. So you want to have a platform that can actually offer, quality and relatable recommendations. 81% of buyers want brands to know when to engage them and when not to engage them. So how can you do this? You can achieve this by actually having a system that gives you best insights, best action that you can carry out in terms of your customer service, marketing, or sales. 65% of customers get frustrated by inconsistent experiences across channels. You could have existing platforms that provide inconsistencies, maybe on your mobile app. You have some particular products that is visible on your web application. You have some particular products that are not there that, as a customer, I have the expectation to meet there. So that's an inconsistent experience, and it affects a good customer experience. So going away from that to other business challenges you face daily. If I ask here, I'm sure that most of us use some existing applications to carry out some processes, right? And if I ask again, I'm sure most of us also use more than one application to carry out some processes. And that talks about disconnected tools and processes. How can you use a particular tool to be able to probably make sales, and you use another tool to manage your customer data or receive payments for the sales that you've made? You use another tool to generate receipts for that payment. These are disconnected tools and processes. And for you to generate data that can have an overview of all of these processes, you have to come into here, generate a report, come into here, generate a report and all that. So those are disconnected tools and processes. What it does is that it decreases time. It's not time efficient. And it also affects productivity. Another issue could be, and what that results in is data is scattered everywhere, and you don't have a whole visibility to information that would enable you make key decisions as a decision maker. You could have sellers ignoring marketing leads, and that's because they don't have insight into what customers or what opportunities are there on different platforms and across various digital channels. Top of our mind, like my previous speaker said, Mr. Stein, is security. You could have security concern, and maybe how, if your data is secure, if it might be attacked, maybe if you might lose data while operating that application. That's one of the concerns and challenges we face daily. And like I said, every decision maker wants to be able to see how the business is doing, right from the higher level to the low level, where it cuts into different operating units and departments. So you could not have, it's possible for you not to have good insights to improve results and make decisions. For people who are into supply chain, some of the challenges you could face could be end-to-end visibility into your supply chain, right from the point of manufacturing your product to distribution. And another challenge could be lack of agility to face the constant change in demand. Like since COVID-19, things are changing. The way customers are, demanding for products are changing, and you need to evolve with these new changes in demand. Another thing could be disparate systems, like I earlier stated, having siloed data scattered everywhere. You have one system, you have data in this system, you have another data in another system, and all that. So these are challenges that we face daily as business owners and decision makers. So we need to ensure that as our business are growing, our systems need to be able to match up to that growth, right? 50% of organizations here think that reports generation is quite complicated, and that's not. 50% also want to replace the system, or probably think that that system that they have in existence is not able to meet their business process or achieve what they expect it should achieve. And this talks to how Microsoft can help you win. And I'll be introducing the solution, which is Microsoft Dynamics 365 business applications. At the center of Microsoft Dynamics 365 applications is data. The core strategy of our business applications is data first, data driven. Let's take, for example, I would like to tell a story. Yesterday, I got a Safaricom line, and I made a call, right, an international call, but I had recharged the line, but how I was charged for it. So I needed to, I thought I would get a message after the call to know what charges and how I should be able to manage the airtime I actually recharged on the Safaricom line. So I had to ask one of my colleagues here in Kenya that what's the code to be able to see what my current balance is, so I would know how I was charged. Until I got the code and I was able to check my balance, I was quite concerned. And that's what we can actually relate that to every business owners here. Inability to have information about your business is of concern to you, would be of concern to you, because you can't tell how your sales department is doing, how your manufacturing team or finance team, what costs they are incurring, or what your admin expenses are. And that's quite top of mind for most of us here as business decision owners. And so at the core of our business applications is data. So data helps us to optimize our operations, daily operations, empower our employees, engage our customers, and transform our products. So with Microsoft Dynamics 365 application is an overall suited application that cuts across sales, marketing, customer service, commerce, human resources, finance, and operations. at the core platform, at the core center of all of this is customer insights, which draws data from all of this, giving you actual and real-time insights for you to make decisions at the go. So with Power Platform, you are able to bridge the gap between what application can do and what your custom or unique processes are. Let's take, for example, we have generic order to cash process where you identify your customers, you sell to them, you receive payment. You could have a unique process that is very unique to your industry or to your company, where you introduce a process not really generic. And that's where Power Platform comes into play. You can create custom applications. It could be model-driven, it could be Canvas applications, and you can also use the aid of Power BI to create visuals to represent this analytics so that you can see it the way you want. So that's what Power Platform helps you to do. And I also want to talk about Microsoft One Cloud. Most of us as accountants, we would not want to abandon our Excel. If you agree with me, let me see your hand. If you're an accountant, you will not want to abandon Excel, right? So you make use of Excel daily. And we make use of other productivity tools within Microsoft 365 application. It's quite different, or we also call it Office 365 application. It's different from Dynamics 365 application. So Office 365 application are sets of applications you use daily, like your Teams, your Word, your Microsoft Excel. Those are productivity tools. And Microsoft One Cloud talks about the integration between your productivity and Dynamics 365 business application, such that you can move data from your Excel to Dynamics 365 application, from Dynamics 365 application back to Excel. You can generate emails. Let's say, for example, I sell a product to you as my customer. You can get, I sell a product to you, or you are one of my, maybe, for example, I'm a sales member, and you are my sales manager. I need to sell the product to a customer, but I need your approval. I can send you my approval based on the workflow integration that we have here, and you can get an email with your house that this is the product and you need to approve. With a click of a button, you can carry that out. And that talks about the various integrations that you have between business application, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and Office 365 applications. So let's just go deeper a little into Dynamics 365 features. And one of the features that you have here is multi-channel campaigns. You can actually generate email marketing campaigns to your customers, telling them about the new products and offerings that you have. You can actually create personalized customer journey based on what you require. You can also nurture leads. You can create events by creating event portal or designing dynamic landing pages. And you can generate insights and reporting from the customer insights integration, and also create surveys form with Microsoft Forms Pro. And those are just a bit of the features that we have in Dynamics 365 marketing. What does it help you to do? It helps you engage customers in real time. You're able to win customer loyalty faster, which is top of mind for most of us. We want to earn trust and retain customers. And you can create personalized customer experiences with artificial intelligence, which is integrated into the application. Most of customers that have actually adopted Dynamics 365 business application has recorded revenue increases of 10 to 20%, reduction in costs of operation of 15 to 25%, and have gained 20 to 40 points increment in improvement in customer advocacy score. So I've talked about what's top of mind for sales leaders and sales managers. And I believe every business owner, if you're an MD or a CEO, you're always a salesperson because you want to know how to sell, how to improve your sales process. And so with Dynamics 365 Sales, which is one of the Dynamics 365 business applications, you can find new leads. You can get contextual insights from LinkedIn as well, which is where you might have one of, if you're into B2B or B2C, you can find contextual insights from LinkedIn engagement with your customers. You can identify customers who need attention the most based on recommendation. You can know the best activity to carry out based on insights that is drawn across different sources of integration that you have there. And you can communicate more effectively with the in-app call functionality. For service leaders, customer service managers, customer service, what's top of mind for you is to empower your agents. You want to earn loyalty. You want to stay agile as possible. And with Dynamics 365 customer service, you can tailor customer engagement, deliver empathetic, personalized experience, not just a generic message, because every human being wants to have an human feeling and human interaction. A more personalized message can be carried out and sent to your customers using Dynamics 365 customer service. And you can also you can improve agent effectiveness, your customer service agents with Dynamics 365 customer service, because you give them the ability to solve problems faster for your customers. And they can also get contextual insights into what they need to do and when. You also can drive and improve service operations with IoT, which you already know and you've been told about. So Dynamics 365 customer service helps you to earn customers for life, which every one of us would want to do. With omnichannel functionality, which was recently introduced, what this helps you to do is to, right from every digital channel that you actually engage with your customers on, you can meet customers where they are, and omnichannel helps you to draw insights from all of these digital channels. It cuts across from LinkedIn to your WhatsApp to every other social media platform that you have. Omnichannel connects all of this, creates a unique experience, draw actionable insights, and you can, with your customer service agents can help you, and service managers can also make decisions on how to manage customers effectively. So talking about other business process, unifying financial, sales, project, operations, supply chain, and reporting is Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP application. With Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP application, you are able to automatically pull systems and processes together by creating a unique experience, by optimizing your operations, and with reports, you can have visibility to data, make decisions that matter, and to go deeper into the core functionalities that we have in Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP, we have the general ledger, which helps you to manage your chart of accounts. I know every company has a chart of accounts, so you can seamlessly import your existing chart of accounts into the system. You can close a period. We all have financial calendars. We can close a period. If you have intercompanies where you have a company, you have various subsidiaries. With intercompany accounting, the way you generate your reports, unify your reports between your various subsidiaries and businesses is quite easy and seamless. You can also consolidate those reports. With account payables, vendor management is very easy. With vendor collaboration, your vendors can actually have access to the system, but with restricted functionality where they can only see and manage their own information that they have with you. So they can carry out purchases, have responses on RFPs and all that. Account receivable helps you with customer management from order to cash process, selling to them and receiving payments. And with cash and bank management as well, you can manage your bank accounts, you can generate and run cash flow forecasting, you can reconcile your bank statements and so on. And with cost accounting, cost can be effectively managed. And with reporting, you have various reporting options, like I've earlier stated, integrated with various productivity tools like Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word, and also self-service reports. And with this, you are able to see correct real-time data, and you are able to make decisions that matter. So if you're into supply chain, these are just the features that we have, which I'll just run through some little. You're able to carry out various manufacturing strategies, be it lean or district. From procurement, you can manage procurement, you can create product catalog, warehouse management, inventory management, transportation management. You have quite a lot of robust functionalities within supply chain management. So these are the things that Dynamics 365 ERP application gives you. And the benefits of this is that you are able to resolve product quality issues faster with the quality management. You are able to gain planning agility to fulfill customer demand. You can optimize your inventory with inventory management. You can innovate with intelligent manufacturing operations, and you can maximize asset uptime. So Microsoft Dynamics 365, whatever business operations needs that you have, Microsoft Dynamics 365 business application can meet them. And whatever gaps that you find that exist, Power Platform can fill those gaps. Here I would like to talk about how Power Platform applications can actually unify your data and processes across various sources, be it Microsoft's source or not. It can still integrate and connect into those, into various sources. So I'll talk about Power BI, which helps you to create custom visuals, drawing data from various sources. You can create a unique or graphical view. Just by looking at the view, you can see a chart, and you're able to say, oh, okay, this is the sales, customers that I'm generating revenue from, and so on. With Power Application, you can create custom applications that maybe Dynamics 365 ERP business application cannot meet. And so you can integrate that custom application into Dynamics 365 ERP application as well. With Power Automate, you can create custom flows. Like I explained, the scenario I explained that, okay, I could actually create a customer or an approval, and I can get email notifications based on event triggers. So with Power Automate, you can achieve that. And with Power Virtual Agents, you can create chatbots and embed it into your various web applications. And with Power Pages, you can create external facing websites and can integrate that as well to Dynamics 365 business application. And this is quite a few of what Power Platform applications can do. So at Reliance, we have the capability, we have the expertise, and we have the competence in delivering and implementing these Dynamics 365 ERP business applications to you, be it customer engagement application or ERP application. We have, like we've been introduced, we have various footprints across Africa and Europe, and we've delivered these to various clients that we have recorded good customer success stories in. So we don't only serve as solution implementers or providers. What we do also is to come into your organization, we evaluate the current business process you have or system that is in place, and we can recommend what you should do. We can also carry out POC demo session at no cost so that you can see what we can offer to you and how we can provide value by improving your business process, enhancing productivity, reducing cost, and so that at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for you and us. And then this comes to the end of my session. Thank you. And you can ask questions, and we'll also be around for questions and answers.
Thanks for that, Kahinda. Of course, also availing time for any questions you might have on those various processes. Moving it along, because we've looked at various aspects of the business. Now it's an overall strategy on how you get leadership in this particular space. We're talking about digital leadership in this new reality. And to take us through that, I'll call on stage Miss Dorcas Onyango. Dorcas, round of applause for her, please.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience to this time. I'll be the last speaker. After that, then probably we may see other plans ahead. My name is Dorcas. It's such an honor to have you here with us today. I'll be taking us through the digital transformation. Where are my slides? Okay. Yes, I'll be taking us through some of the initiatives of Reliance Infosystems aimed at giving back to the society and in particular to the ICT community, given that we are the ICT systems integration company. The aim of this program is to tell you thank you for the partnerships, thank you for the businesses, thank you for the engagements that we have, and we're hoping to have more and further partnerships with you. So in this, there are two programs. The first one is Career Demi program. Career Demi program is a program that is fronted by one of our subsidiaries called Career Demi. It provides an e-learning program where we are aiming to empower young graduates fresh out of our colleges and universities by giving them an e-learning platform to help them gain soft skills and technical skills. Speaking of foundational technical skills that may empower them as they are being churned out of the university to the job market. So this program has an execution framework. We are We are looking to provide mentorship to these young graduates. These young graduates, in that program, they will find other ICT leaders and other ICT experts that they are looking up to. And this program will also be able to democratize Microsoft certification certificates. So we are encouraging them to take Microsoft certifications, read for those examinations, and therefore build on their competence even as they are looking for work outside in the job market. The program is entirely free, so I would encourage the participants, if you may be having a niece or a nephew or a child that is just fresh out of the university and that they would like to upskill further from what they've got from the university, they can sign up for this program and take advantage of it. The program understands that there may be somewhat a deficiency between the job requirement and our Africa curricular education. So we are looking to bridge that deficiency, to bridge that gap, in order to scale them up so that when they are out of our program, they are fully ready to meet the job requirements that are there. The second program that I'll speak about is the Modiva program. I believe I have evangelized this program to some of the people that are in this room. The program is also entirely complementary. This one now focuses on ICT industry leaders, ICT experts like you who are in this hall. So the program seeks to empower ICT professionals within their roles. The aim of this program is to help you as an ICT person to build your skills up. The technology world is changing, the landscape is ever dynamic, and so we would like that to give this program as a platform to empower you, that even as you add more value to the organization, you are also building yourself career-wise in your development. The program is in its pilot phase. We are a few months in, and we are looking to expand as we are now expanding and enrolling other people. We would like to incorporate other OEMs, but as at now, Microsoft is the tool of choice that we have decided to use in this program. And someone may be wondering why Microsoft. Why Microsoft? Again, Microsoft is an industry leader with a global presence in nearly every part of the world. And so having a Microsoft certification gives you relevance in this new job market, because Microsoft is now championing cloud, and employers globally have come to recognize Microsoft as an industry leader, and those that hold those certificates to be credible to do the job. Another reason why we are championing Microsoft certification is because we are now in a post-COVID era. The way in which we relate with our colleagues and even with our customers has changed. And holding a Microsoft certification lays credence or is a testament to the fact that you are still relevant in this new landscape of post-COVID, since Microsoft champions that remote work. Microsoft's examination also helps accelerate your individual career. With Microsoft, there is unlimited tangents you can take. If you are someone that is probably prioritizing SAP work, not SAP, prioritizing Azure workloads, then you have Microsoft certifications around that. If you are around modern workplace, yes, there are Microsoft certifications that can help you take modern workplace to the next level. Still covers business applications, data analytics, and identity and security modules. So Microsoft gives you that unlimited possibility to pursue a Microsoft certification that aligns to your interest and to your role within the organization. Please move to the next slide. So I'll briefly touch on some of the courses that we offer under the Modiva program in collaboration with Microsoft. We have Azure courses. This will empower your users, especially those that are interested in infrastructure, in how to manage their workloads, manage their resources on Azure, so that they can put priority on cost and security optimization. The beauty of these courses is that you can start right from fundamental if you want to master the basics. So there is everything for everyone. If you are in the advanced level, probably you have been in this field for a minute, you can do role-based or specialty technical courses. The next set of course that I would like to speak about is Power Platform. This will empower you as an employee or as a DevOps person in your organization to build low to no code applications. Saves in two ways. Number one, helps you automate tasks and therefore reduce repetitive manual tasks. And it will also help you save costs, given that you will be now developing those applications within Microsoft platform. So you do not have to go and get other point solutions to help you develop these products, but you can do it within the platform that you are already familiar with, the platform that you are already leveraging. We also have courses around Dynamics. My colleague Kehinde has spoken about Dynamics and the rich value that Dynamics offers. So under Dynamics, we shall empower those that are within the organization and are in charge of Dynamics to better use that platform to bring agility mixed with AI and insight so that they can make informed decisions and also bring all those applications around enterprise resource planning and customer relationship management under one roof. We also have courses around security, compliance, and identity. Security is an non-negotiable in this era. So if you want to upskill your people that are under security management, or if you want to upskill yourself and you are under security management, you can take these courses. Right from fundamentals to role-based, you will learn how to ensure that your security is top-notch, starting from compliance, ensuring that access is controlled, and that your data systems and processes are well taken care of. Finally, the last module we have under Modiva is on Microsoft 365. This will speak to the productivity and collaboration tools that are within the Microsoft ecosystem. If you take such a course, then you will learn how to better fully maximize the investments that your organization is making around Microsoft. Speak of collaboration, speak of productivity, speak of storage. You will better be able to understand what you have. If you understand what you have, what license is in your organization, then you can better use it in order to get maximum value for it. And someone may ask, what is the catch? The catch is, there's actually no catch. We understand that as Reliance, as we give you these solutions to help your organization grow and improve efficiency, we are also equally invested in those that support those organizations so they can upskill themselves in order to bring better value and also to offer more value and to develop their career skills as ICT techs. So I would like to urge us all to enroll for these programs. They are fully complementary. There's no limit to the number of certifications that one can take. It actually depends on your effort. You can register, but there is a cycle. So you can register for a certain cycle and then you start reading for those examinations. After that, you reach out to us and we shall facilitate you with examination vouchers. Not just for the techies. I am not really a tech expert, but I have taken some of the fundamentals. So I would encourage everyone to come and take advantage of this because learning never stops. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. And I think also this would be a good point in the program to also remind you that those who are here and are qualified or interested, they can actually get a 50% discount on Microsoft and Sophos solutions. Of course, the terms and conditions apply, but you can get the details from the Reliance Data Tech team on that. So it's 50% off for those who are here. That sounds like quite a steal of a deal, so I suggest you get in touch with those here from Reliance Data Tech. Remember the questions that we said we can hold on to and ask later on in the program. This is that point in the program where you can get our questions answered from the day's presentations and interactions. Where the questions coming from, so we can see how we can actually get this done. And even as we go around to answer the questions, I'll ask the team from Reliance Data Tech to move to one space. So Babu, Kennedy, all of you there who made your presentations, please come to one corner so that as you answer questions, they won't have to turn back and see you. So if you made a presentation today, it would be good to come to the front as we engage in the question and answer session. Where can we start on that? I've seen a couple of questions being written down. Let me look at this side of the room. Anything from here? I almost feel like, you know that high school teacher right before lunch? You make eye contact and everyone is writing notes. And there's nothing you're saying, but they're writing. So here we are yet again. Are there any questions on this side? Looking there. Yes, is there a question there? I'm telling you, it's a full high school teacher thing. The guy is at the back and he's looked back. So he's looking at the curtain. Pretty awkward. Let me come to this side. Any questions? Yeah, Mr. Joshua? Okay, fine. We'll start from there. Let me have one microphone here so that they will be able to answer those questions. And let me get to this other side of the room to get the question asked. So your name, please, and your question as well. I'll start from this side.
Thank you very much, presenters. My name is Joshua Adem. I come from an organization called Mokmil Opportunities, where we work on organic farming. Now, the question I want to ask, and it goes to the first speaker who spoke in the morning, it is a concern. Reliance, you have a very, very many good products for us, and we admire them. And what is I've seen lacking is how can you improve so that those people in the rural setting can also understand this, because what we are seeing here is for the urban majority. Now, how can you improve in that so that you expand your market to the villager? These people, you call them always mamambogas. And I remember one of our old mzee was here. He alluded, most of them still, they resist the change. And it is only because you have not convinced them the benefits they'll get from this. So I would urge Reliance, this is where you should take so much of emphasis to reach out to those down there. Number two, how can you make us also, we who are here, not all of us are tech advanced. So we also need a forum like this whereby you can bring us some demos, practical. And that is where also with our businesses, we can understand and know where should we fall first as a basic. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that. So I think comes back to the Reliance team. First question concerning accessibility, I think both in terms of geography, for those who are in urban centers and those who might not be placed in urban centers. How do they get to be part of this and get your services and products? But also in terms of the training for that, for such workshops as well. I don't know who will take that. I can see a microphone there. Okay, fine. Please, go ahead. I've also been informed that whoever who answers a question might have to come to the podium here because it will be on record. No pressure. Come to the front, please. I think, yeah, it's working.
Is it? Okay. Thank you for the question, sir. The first question is on how we as Reliance are looking to also reach out to those in the rural setting, given that our products speak to the urban setting. The answer to that, I would say, technology has no boundaries. It can work both for those in the rural setting and in the urban setting. I know what most people in the mashinani are looking for is something to bring efficiency while still saving costs, because they are very cost conscious. And so us as Reliance, we are coming in with offers, we are coming in with discounts to enable them take advantage of this platform at a lower cost. And that even speaks not only to the 50% that we have, there is a big portfolio that we have of advantages that those people in the rural areas or those people that are looking for such solutions but cannot be able to access them will get. I believe, just to speak to some of them, as Reliance, we, through the Africa Transformational Office, ATO organization, which is a Microsoft arm, we are reaching out to SMEs and startups. We are giving them some packages that we have. Example of these Microsoft certification programs. We are giving them also a marketplace where you may be able to help you do some marketing and also some, can I say, what's the name? Building, capacity building for such people. I believe those are the people you are speaking about. So that is my answer to the first question. The second question is on training. Yes, we do offer training. We offer envisioning sessions. We can't do a training now for everyone because we understand needs are different. We'd like to meet you at your point of need and give you a solution that speaks to your need as opposed to a blanket solution. So this is an encouragement. If you'd like an assessment, a training, a workshop, we will understand your environment so that we can tailor that training and workshop to you. So just reach out to us. Our account managers are always ready to assist in that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that, Dorcas. Any other question? Looking through the room. Anything that needs to be answered on that side? Okay, I'll come to this side as well. Any questions here? There you go. Fine, let me go down. Again, yes, your name and question, please.
Hi, the name is Sam. I'm a software developer. I think my concern is largely on the data residency that seems to be something that is being pushed towards our direction as software engineers. So, you know, the discussions I've had with some of the team members at Reliance was mainly geared towards that direction. But then I think I would like to get a deep understanding of what direction, what solutions, what what's in it for those companies or those businesses that are looking towards having their data hosted locally, but still want to make use of the solutions that are offered by Microsoft. Yeah, that's.
Okay, in regards to data residency, I believe Kennedy will be the one taking that. Fantastic.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So,
Ken, I'll ask you to please move to the... Yes. Thank you so much.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so with regards to data residency, right? Microsoft Azure has provided, some set of services to help organizations, like strict compliance with data residency, their data is hosted locally. So yes, right, there are a couple of services you can still use to enjoy, those cloud services irrespective of you being on premises, right? So you can have more plug and play, right, where you can enjoy some of the security services or host some of your data in the cloud or your less critical data is in the cloud. On the cloud, so enable you enjoy those services within the cloud, right, on premises as well, right? So does that answer your question? Okay.
Okay, thanks for that, Ken. That has been answered, and of course, quite an apt question. I saw one of the senators actually speaking to issue of data and how it's been collected and being stored abroad. That might be an issue of debate in the Senate pretty soon in terms of actual foreign companies taking our data and storing it abroad instead of having it here. So a pretty pertinent conversation to have right now. Looking around the room, any other question that we need to answer before we move it forward? At the back, behind the pillar. Let me check on the other side as well. I know lunch is calling. Don't worry, you're going to get there very shortly. Just hold on tight. Almost done. On this side. Okay, I think the rest might be more comfortable having it on a personal level. Oh, another one there. Okay, fine. Clearly, data is a key issue. Kennedy, I don't know, they should just keep the microphone and start heading to the stage. This one might be yours.
Thank you. Sorry, more of a follow-up on the initial question. So we have different regulations that are coming up. So in this case, there's GDPR, there's DPA, there's from different parts of the world. So locally we have should be the DPA, which essentially, it's a copy-paste of the GDPR with small minor adjustments from one point, at one point. And is there plans or is there a solution that Reliance offers that tends to cater for that? Remember, we at the moment already have a law that requires any company that collects data from users needs to have a license, needs to be registered, and all that. Is there any kind of an easier way that Reliance would enable its partners to be able to access such kinds of things and sort of speed up the process?
Okay, good question. So one of the things you would realize, or if you have noticed, was that there was a slide that actually pointed out that talked about the applications, compliance state within Microsoft Azure, the Trust Center, right? So if you should go online to check Microsoft Trust Center, you will realize that they also have certification, which you are fully allowed to host your data on the cloud, and it's compliant. And furthermore, you get some sort of like recommendations on what to do, what services to enable across security, governance, right, to ensure that your data is secured and it's airtight as well, end to end from on-premises and the cloud as well. So if you follow those recommendations, it's going to enable you to ensure that you stay compliant, and then you would realize you're being compliant to both, ensuring that your data is secured, within on-premises and on the cloud as well. So depending on what kind of services you would want to host or you're running on-premises, there are a couple of other things you can do to ensure that you're not breaking the law, right? But rather you're still abiding to the law, but also enjoying the cloud services. So again, it all depends on what's your applications, what kind of services you have on premises. Then if we can have that follow-up call with you, assess your environment, then we can also make recommendations and ensure that you still abide to those strict compliance that the local laws have.
The last one. After this, now you have to sit next to him during lunch. That's how it works.
A follow-up on what you've talked about, that is the ISO being compliant, certifications and all that. Is it when a company partners with Reliance, do they, I'm looking at a business that requires specific certifications. In the scenario of, let me pick AWS. AWS has specific ISO certifications, right? And we do have businesses, specifically the businesses that have been involved within insurance, which would require you to be certified within specific aspect. Or look at payment platforms. You need to have specific certifications, right? When we partner with Reliance, do we get attached to your own certifications, or do we have to get our own certifications?
Okay, so first of all, right, when you partner with Reliance, right, we are helping you to ensure that you stay compliant, So, but what you're doing is this certification is within the Microsoft Cloud Platform, right? It enables you to ensure that your data within the cloud, is compliant, right? So our responsibility as the Microsoft partners is to work with you side by side and hold you to ensure that, you are compliant, right? We would show you and help you, enable those recommended services, those security, services, solutions, to ensure the data is intact, your data within the cloud is also compliant and very much secure. Very much secure, so that you stay compliant to the laws as well. So that is my response to your question.
Okay, so that Ken, and I'm sure now, like I told you over lunch, you will not be eating alone. There will be a lot of conversation happening there. Are there any questions in the room, or can we move it forward and pass them along to one-on-one engagements? I think that's what we'll do. So we'll close a Q&A session at that particular point. But before we bring this to a close as well, we'd like to have a word from the Managing Director, Reliance Infosystems Limited, Olayemi Popola. It's a video message. Let's listen in on that.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to welcome us all to Reliance Data Tech Digital Transformation Summit. Reliance Data Tech is a member of Reliance Infosystems Group with global footprint across 11 countries, namely Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, Nigeria, Botswana, Pakistan, UAE, United Kingdom, United States, Canada, and we also have digital footprint in 46 countries worldwide. Africa indeed is the next frontier and the new epicenter for global growth and economic transformation. The Republic of Kenya will continue to play a lead role in Africa transformation. Today, we are going to present to you how we consider that businesses, non-profits, and public sector organizations across Kenya should leverage digital technology for competitive advantage. Our message is premised around 3 pillars. Business transformation pillar, which speaks to how organizations can use technology to significantly improve the efficiency of the employees and stakeholders at large. Then we have the operational excellence pillar, which speaks to how digital technologies drive end-to-end automations of core operations. Then the final pillar is the protection assurance, which underscores our holistic approach to cybersecurity. And we typically tag this approach rest of mind as a service. Today, various speakers and subject matter experts will take us through that digital transformation journey and show us how to best craft your technology strategy in your different businesses. Once again, I'd like to welcome us all to Reliance Infosystems Digital Transformation Journey. Sit back, relax, as we listen to the speakers one after the other. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That a word, of course, from our MD there. And a round of applause for him as well. We'll bring it back to the room as we bring this to a close. I'd like to call on stage at this point Reliance Data Tech Director, Ms. Marjorie Nangulu. Marjorie, welcome on stage. A round of applause for her, please.
Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon once again. My name is Marjorie Nangulu, as I've been introduced. I am a partner of Reliance Data Tech. And I'm not a techie, so to speak. I'm very passionate about customer experience, among other things. So first, I'd like to wish you all a belated Customer Service Week. It was in the past. Happy Customer Service Week. And thank you for being customers or prospective customers of Reliance. What I take out from the presentations that have been made is that Reliance Data Tech will give you a holistic customer experience solution for yourselves and for your customers. So if you're really indeed passionate about your customers in your different organizations, I challenge you to sign up with Reliance, get the discount of 50%, get end-to-end solutions, and also interact with the passionate and committed staff that you have seen here. And a number of them are quite young and agile and will be willing to come to you whenever you call on them. So I just want to wish you a pleasant afternoon, and I hope that we are going to continue interacting for a mutually beneficial outcome amongst ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Marjorie. Asante sana for that. As we bring the program to a close at this point, I'd like to call on stage Ms. Josephine Kabiru to give us the closing remarks. Josephine? I'd seen her somewhere at the back of the room. Yes, she's coming to the front to deliver the closing remarks, and then after that, of course, we now head on to lunch. So right now, do not look at me. The person standing between you and your lunch is that lady walking on stage. There she is. Thank you so much. A round of applause for her still.
Hello, hello, hello. I know we are tired. Can you hear me? All right. Good stuff. I hope we're energetic. I mean, let's not lose the vigor. I know it's lunchtime. I know it's time to go and eat. But we really appreciate. I'm happy the room is full. And thank you all for participating today in this event and for being patient, sitting through our presentations and our slides. Thank you. It was great having you all, and we look forward to future engagements. Feel free to reach out to the Reliance team. I think you can see we're all wearing these shirts, so in case of any queries. Don't forget, we have a 50% discount on a 3-year contract. Again, you can discuss this with us lunchtime, or feel free to reach out to any of our staff. So don't leave kindly. There's lunch being served at the rooftop on 10th floor, so let's all go there. And let's mingle. Yeah, let's get to know each other. I think it's been a gruesome session, but thank you for sitting through. Asante, karibu sana.
Thank you so much for that. And of course, that officially brings us to the end of the program this afternoon. Many thanks for making time to be here. Your engagement on the various discussions as we moved it forward, and of course, the partnerships that will be made after this. We bring this to a close. As she said, we'll head on to the elevators, go up to 10th floor, and from there we'll be ushered to our point for lunch at this point. Have a great afternoon. My name is Jeff Mote. We'll meet at the next event, I guess. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
In this digital era, customer-centric is very key. That as much as we may be working hard to progress the digital transformation journey of our organizations, we also have the desire to invest in our own personal career development. And as part of our corporate social responsibility to the ICT community, we are glad to announce our complementary Microsoft certification programs, Modiva. During this program, Reliance will issue exclusive training resources and revision content for your preferred Microsoft learning path to aid you during your revision. Our CareerDemi subsidiary provides an e-learning platform created to upskill young graduates from our educational institutions, empower them with employable skills, and position them to cater for Africa's dynamic professional needs. The platform seeks to bridge the gap between our Africa academic curricula, industry requirements, and close that deficiency. Join me in the next segment as we focus on the rich offerings from Reliance Infosystems that will offer unlimited career growth possibility to the ICT community globally.
Many organizations are increasingly forced to make quick decisions based on the data and intelligence they've gathered, and many of them have already implemented the system for this purpose. But how do you make the most out of your data warehouses? Is your data infrastructure and techniques keeping up with the pace? This next segment is on unlocking the value of your data to harness intelligence. Enterprises need to develop structures to incentivize collaboration around the power of data and how they can be able to leverage its full potential. Uncovering invaluable insights from your organization's data helps support the pursuit of greater innovation. With our gold competencies in data analytics and data platform, Reliance will introduce to you the cloud tools you'll need to discover the next level details. Organizations need to align their structure by cultivating a data-centric culture through upscaling employees to view data analytics as integral to their business strategy. Starting with a high-level exploration of the heart of analytics, you'll get to learn effective optimization techniques using Microsoft data tools and have the necessary knowledge to apply the associated technology stack to be able to unlock insights from your organization's data.
Service is a lifelong commitment and dedication to helping others achieve results that matter to them. This perspective is what shapes our success outcome philosophy at Reliance Infosystems. As an organization, Innovation and customer excellence are our heartbeats. That is why we come up with new methods, ideas, products, and solutions to meet our customers' needs while initiating and sustaining a symbiotic relationship with them. We aim to deliver exceptional services that surpass our customers' expectations. To achieve this, we see ourselves as partners or co-owners of their business. This way, we are better able to support our customers until they achieve their desired outcomes. We listen, understand, and ensure that we address our customers' pain points, knowing that our success is measured by the quantum of progress that we have been able to help them achieve. We are ready to also provide your organization with aligned innovations and guidance till success is attained. Reliance Infosystems. Reinventing the world. Remote and hybrid work conditions have prompted the need for a smarter means of communication, as utilizing traditional phone lines only slows down operations. Microsoft Teams phone system serves as a modernized replacement, providing all components in your on-premises phone system with added features to boost communication and collaboration for businesses operating in a digitally enabled world. Here's how Microsoft Teams Phone can help your business. Improve employee productivity. Effective communication is a key driver of productive work. Teams Phone provides an all-in-one collaborative interface for conversations, meetings, chats, and task management. Contact Center integration. Organization can easily integrate Contact Center with Teams to simplify customer engagement workflows and enable speedy, memorable interactions. Attendance capability. With Microsoft Teams, businesses do not need to invest extra cost for time and attendance tracking. Quality voice service. Get secure, reliable, and rich calling on Microsoft Teams. Start calls and connect faster with employees and external members. Empower your team to quickly collaborate and connect with Microsoft Teams. Contact us via engage@reliance.system to get started. The resources invested in debugging and conducting routine maintenance does not only slow down development, but also